To be fair, I jumped on a bandwagon faster than Wile E. Coyote can crush himself with his own anvils. Warner Brothers announced this on their forums on Free Comic Book Day, giving fans new details on the season pass for Batman Arkham Knight. Now let's break this down. They've got Batman, A Matter of the Family, which is basically a prequel story expansion in a new location where you get to play as Batgirl, and they put a picture of Batgirl, which looks seriously awesome. The season of Infamy, play as Batman in all new story missions featuring legendary supervillains invading Gotham City. Gotham City Stories, play as Batman's key allies in narrative missions, extending their storylines. Legendary Batmobiles with themed tracks, that explains itself. Crime Fighter challenge maps, engage in a series of new challenge maps utilizing the unique styles of Batman and his allies, which is where I think the dual play feature comes in, but that's a discussion for another time. So, all of these descriptions are great. They give me more information about the DLC they want me to purchase. Why didn't they just do this before, though? Season passes rarely go over $25, and you're gonna just introduce one that at $40 with some vague description? This isn't listening to fans, this is covering your ass after realizing you fucked up. Look, I'm still not gonna buy the season pass, so why bother? I'm excited for this game, but that's not what this is about. This wasn't just about the lack of description for me. Like I said in the last video, all this DLC is going to come out in a slow trickle within 6 months following the initial game's release. This means that I'd have to wait every month to see what new additions will be available for me to play, and I don't even have that kind of time to buy the game, but wait 6 months to enjoy the full experience. I enjoy having the game and playing at my leisure, which is why I don't buy games at launch anymore. You know why Skyrim doesn't have this problem? The world is so vast and there is so much to do, I end up getting lost every time I play. I never touched the DLC because the main game keeps me so enthralled. However, other games don't do the same. I've never completed Skyrim, but I have completed Mass Effect 2 at 100%, and that game still felt incomplete, even after all the DLC was out. It was difficult not to crave more because at some point you realize there is only so much you can do before you need to get back to the main storyline, and I feel like that happens a lot of times with games nowadays. My point is this. You can defend all you want by saying that buying season passes are a choice, and it is, but the issue isn't one of choice. The bottom line is that development budgets have risen to astronomical heights. Apologists say that the developers and publishers are trying to make their money back and that they need to feed their families. Great. And here's the point where I address the publishers and developers directly. Raise the price of the video games. Take all the stuff you were planning to sell separately and put it all into the final copy of the game. Development may take longer, but fuck the shareholders if they push you to get it out for the holidays. They're not the ones putting in their time, sweat, and energy into these creations. Sell a complete game and charge more upfront for it. Let's face it, you guys are companies that need to make money off the products that you sell. It's not an inherently bad thing, it's just the way our lovely system works. Look, I realize that this is completely out there and the industry wouldn't dream of doing it, but think of it this way. It may turn people away at first, but you'll actually make your money back a lot faster than gambling with these season passes. And yes, season passes are a gamble for both the companies that put these games out and the consumer, because since you have a team working on this release plan of DLC, customers have already purchased your game. This means that by the time you've finished your first DLC pack, I've already finished your game and I'm off playing something else. This isn't tolerated in any other industry. What if I told you that you couldn't watch Game of Thrones unless you paid for the HBO membership plus $40 just to watch the show, and then you had to wait a month for each episode? What if Netflix did that? The viewership would drive off a cliff with Thelma and Louise tonguing each other down until their fiery deaths. So raise the price of video games. If the game is worth as much as you say it is in the initial hype train marketing, there shouldn't be an issue. You want us to play your game? Make it worthwhile so that it's a keeper. So stop trying to extend my gameplay experience after I completed the game. If the game is shit, why would I want to continue that experience anyway? And if the game is good, my experience will be awesome, and I'll keep playing that game over and over. And I know that this is Warner Brothers that's pushing this, the same company who just announced that Shadow of Mordor is getting a Game of the Year edition. Predictability, remember? But what do you guys think? Be sure to rate, comment, favorite, share, and subscribe, and as always, I'm the Black Dragon. Oh, and another thing. Fuck Age of Ultron!